The White House is warning that a Russian attack on Ukraine could begin any day. After a huge buildup of Russian troops near the Ukrainian border, American officials say Moscow now has the capability to conduct a major military operation, possibly beginning with an air assault. Moscow has practically encircled its smaller neighbour with close to 130,000 troops, but maintains no invasion is being planned. Meanwhile, diplomatic efforts intensified today to avoid war, with President Biden hosting a call of world leaders, including Boris Johnson, who said he feared for the security of Europe if there's a conflict. All British nationals are now being advised to leave Ukraine. Our North America editor Sarah Smith has the very latest.
The Russians are not trying to camouflage these military exercises their troops are conducting in Belarus, near the Ukrainian border. These pictures were provided by the Russian Defence Ministry. Has Vladimir Putin decided to order these troops into Ukraine? The US say they simply don't know, but they believe he is in a position to do so. So they are escalating warnings military action could be imminent, possibly within days.
Now, we can't pinpoint the day at this point. And we can't pinpoint the hour. But what we can say is that there is a credible prospect that a Russian military action would take place even before the end of the Olympics.
Boris Johnson and other European leaders joined a call convened by President Biden this evening, along with NATO chief Jens Stoltenberg. Johnson urging allies to have ready punishing economic sanctions against Russia. With fears that aerial bombing and missile attacks against Kyiv could precede any ground invasion, Brits in Ukraine are being urged to leave.
Leave now.
America's warning its citizens US forces will not go into Ukraine to rescue them.
That's a world war. When Americans and Russians start shooting at one another, we're in a very different world than we've ever been in.
Not even on behalf of simply evacuating Americans.
No, how do you do that? How do you even find them?
Things could go crazy very quickly. That's how President Biden put it when he repeated his warning to all US citizens to leave Ukraine. The administration is also withdrawing more officials from the country, and that's because there is deep concern in Washington that if someone were to get killed or injured, it would then be very difficult to avoid a major escalation in tensions between America and Russia. The Defence Secretary in Moscow heard again Russian assurances there are no plans to invade, but left less optimistic about the chances of a diplomatic solution.
Look, it's all about actions. Currently, there's over 100,000, 130,000 troops stationed at readiness or exercising, plus warplanes, plus ships into the Black Sea on the borders of Ukraine, and that is an action that is not normal.
US forces are already being deployed to Poland and Romania to bolster those NATO allies on Ukraine's border, with an additional 3,000 troops being announced tonight. As the White House warns, a conflict they think could begin any day now would bring enormous human cost. The US are being remarkably frank about sharing the intelligence that they've gathered and also about what they simply don't know, whether President Putin has actually decided to invade Ukraine. And the reason that such dire warnings are emanating from here is not just to try to deter Russia, but also to galvanise and unite European allies as well. But the White House has not completely given up the hope of a diplomatic solution. President Biden is planning to talk to President Putin on the phone tomorrow.
Sarah, thank you for that. Sarah Smith there at the White House.